Welcome back to We're Having Fun. Hi, I'm Mark. Hello.
Hi, I'm Krista.
Hello, Krista. We have visitors upstairs.
Oh my gosh, they're so noisy.
Yeah, they were quiet for a while.
Yeah, when we weren't recording.
Yep.
As soon as we hit record, they're like, let's jump around a little bit.
Since Wilson's not here, somebody had to.
Yeah, somebody's got to make the noise, you know?
Yeah, it just seems right. Well, we're back. Hello. We're coming off my birthday week. Mm-hmm. We celebrated all week.
we did.
Started last weekend. Krista made some amazing brownies.
Thank you.
That we ate. And they were delicious. They were from scratch.
You did not mention them last time. I was very put out.
You didn't mention them either.
Yeah, they were made from scratch. The first time
they were very good.
Made brownies from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
So
she got me a really cool book about comic books, and I am reading it now. It's pretty good so far.
You're not reading it right now. You do not have it right now.
I'm doing it while we're doing the podcast. That's why. If you don't hear me talking, I'm reading.
Yeah.
And then my parents sent me a balloon bouquet to my work. Surprised me. That was funny. With a bunch of chocolates and everything. It was really good. It was a good birthday.
A lot of chocolates that he did not share.
Did not share a one.
I didn't even know there was chocolates in there.
That was part of the plan.
Okay, I see how it is.
Yep.
Fine, I've got so many gingerbread cookies still left over that I don't need anything else.
Yeah, but yeah, now we're back here and we're doing things. Mm-hmm. What's up?
It is currently almost 10:30 p.m.
Yeah, this is a late record.
Yeah.
We usually record pretty early in the day.
Usually around 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Not this time.
Nope. It's because we're on holiday, so time is meaningless.
That's right. It's just so not right, but sure.
All right, any new news before we start? I should really think of this before I ask the question. Before we start, I should think if there's any news.
There was a new Ant-Man Quantumania
trailer
that you were not going to watch.
I was not going to.
And I was kind of like, well, if he's not going to watch it, I guess I won't watch it either.
Yeah. Usually I watch like the first trailer, get an idea of what it's going to be, and then don't watch any more from there, just to avoid spoilers and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't going to watch this one, even though it was the third one.
And then, what happened?
Immediately spoiled on Facebook. Stupid Facebook ads and suggested posts of stuff I don't want to see. So I got spoiled with the character that's in there.
Yep.
And I did not know he was going to be in there, and now I'm annoyed.
Yeah, and then I was like, well, I won't worry about watching it either since I don't really care that much. It's not gonna bother me. Yeah. And then I was scrolling through my YouTube, and there was the name of that character in a thing.
Yeah.
A video title, somebody reacting to the trailer. It was like, and this character's in it. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I don't really care because I don't care. Yeah. It didn't bother me being spoiled, but, you know. But we're not going to say what it is just in case any of you out there do not want to be spoiled for it and have not been so far.
Yeah. So. You're the lucky ones.
Yep.
But yeah, it made me almost want to delete Facebook. And I might.
Oh, you came very close.
Because I was just on there checking, because I was getting birthday wishes. So I was like, oh, this is nice. People are saying happy birthday. I should say thank you. And I get on and it's spoiled for my birthday. I don't think it was on my birthday. So I can't say it was a cursed deal. But yeah, but whatever. It's not the end of the world. We'll see how it goes. But I would have been super surprised had I seen the movie and not known he was coming. Mm-hmm. They, he, she. Spoiler, it's a he.
It's a he.
Surprise.
It could be any of the he's in them.
Character in a Marvel movie is a he.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
But yeah. Anyway, anything else? Nope. I think we're good.
Sure.
All right. Well, then let's get into this movie that we watched just a little while ago. It is Glass Onion, a Knives Out story or something.
A Knives Out mystery.
Mystery, yeah.
Yes, because Knives Out came out a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
That was a fun one. I liked it.
I liked it a lot. Yeah.
And now there's a sequel.
Yeah.
And I guess they're probably going to do
There's a third one. Yeah, they've already bought and, secured a third one, so.
Nice.
It's going to happen eventually. He was mad that Rian Johnson was mad that they made him put a Knives Out mystery on there.
Oh.
Because he wanted it to just stand alone.
Yeah.
But, it's marketing.
Well, yeah, exactly. But, I mean, if you see the trailers, you're going to see Daniel Craig's character, and you're going to be like, oh, well, that's the character from Knives Out. Mm-hmm. If you watched it, you would think so.
If he says anything in that southern accent of his, whatever that thing is.
I like it. It's fun.
It's something.
It is something. Yep.
But yeah, anyway, I guess let's get into it then, I guess.
All right. So, it is May 13th, 2020.
Oh, man.
That's when it's...
mid-pandemic.
Basically, the whole thing is that time, I guess.
Yeah.
And
it's kicking off.
Yep. People are wearing their masks.
Yeah.
Some people are wearing their masks. We start off with Kathryn Hahn.
Yeah.
She gets a package.
I didn't know she was in this movie.
I think I saw her in the trailers, so I knew she was going to be in it.
Yeah, I really didn't know anybody that was going to be in this movie besides Craig, I guess.
Oh, you said Craig, and I was like, who?
Who's Craig? Craig T. Nelson.
Oh, Daniel Craig. Yeah, I knew a few people that were going to be in it, because I knew Kate Hudson was going to be in it, and...
I think Ed Norton, I knew.
Ed Norton, Janelle Monáe. So I knew a few people.
Who's Janelle Monáe? Is she in anything?
She was in Hidden Figures.
No.
She's been in a few other things I can't think of.
Okay.
She is a singer.
Oh, is she?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
She paint that stuff?
What?
Did she paint that stuff? Janelle Monáe?
Stop it. That is not how it's spelled. We're turning this podcast around right now. Gosh, sometimes I really do wish that this was a video podcast so that people could just see the light leave my eyes as you make these jokes. You're the worst. Anyway, Kathryn Hahn. She plays Claire. I don't know the last name because I wasn't paying attention to the last name.
Yeah, I can't remember. I saw it, but I can't remember now.
But was she the governor, or was she just running for governor, or was she?
I think she's the current governor.
Okay. So she's doing her rerun thing.
Yeah.
That's not what it's called. You know what
Campaign.
I mean? Yeah. In Connecticut is where she is.
Okay.
She gets a package, of course.
Mm-hmm. While she's trying to do an interview on the news.
Yep. And her husband's like, it's from Miles.
Miles.
So.
Per hour.
No. Miles.
Per hour.
Why are you calling him that? That's not what it is.
From Sonic the Hedgehog.
Stop it.
The little fox.
Stop it.
This is a late night. Silly stream. This is the silly up.
I need to go to bed. I can't with you right now. You already annoyed me earlier today.
What?
When we were watching. When we were just sitting here, the Netflix screen is showing previews of all these things.
Yeah.
And it shows Bridgerton and you go, Downtown Abbey. Oh my God. I swear. First of all, it's Bridgerton. Second of all, that's not how Downton Abbey is supposed to be set. It's not downtown, and you do it every time. And you do it just to annoy me. I know. And it does annoy me. You're such a jerk sometimes. His name is Miles Braun. Oh, jeez.
We're having fun. All right. Miles Braun.
Mm-hmm. So he's this billionaire genius tech guy who has his own tech company and he has his own space thing.
Yeah.
And it's we know who this is. We know exactly who this is supposed to be.
Oh, Elon.
Pretty obvious. I mean, it even talks about NFTs and everything.
Yeah.
It's okay.
He says it wasn't, but it definitely seems pretty on the nose.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And after the Twitter debacle, definitely seems like an apt comparison.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So yeah, she gets her package from Miles. And then it shows these other people getting packages too. So next we see Lionel, who works for, I think the name of the company is Alpha.
Yep.
That is Miles's company.
Yeah.
And this is Leslie Odom Jr.
Yeah.
Which I did not.
Hamilton.
I could not figure out who it was.
He looks really different in this.
I just wrote down, who plays him? He cute.
He cute.
And then when I saw it was Leslie Odom Jr., I was like, oh, now I see it. He is cute. He's like I don't know exactly what his...
He's like the head scientist, researcher, and everybody's getting on him because Miles wants to do these crazy things, and they're like, dude, you got to rein this dude in.
Yeah.
He's insane.
Yeah.
He's like, but he did all these great things that we, like NFT for kids. Which sounds so stupid.
Yeah. So we've got him. Then we have Kate Hudson, who is playing Birdie.
Yeah. I honestly, she's one of my, like, guilty, like, fascinations, because everything I see her in, I'm like, oh, she's gorgeous. I love this girl so much. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know what it is.
Noted.
I'm just like, whew, man. But yeah.
All right. So yeah, she's playing Birdie. Birdie is like she's like a designer because she does like fashion design stuff, but she's also like a social media influencer.
Yeah.
She's always tweeting terrible things.
Yes.
And having to apologize for it.
Just inappropriate stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has an assistant named Peg, who's like, you can't have your phone back.
Yeah.
Because I know what you're going to do.
You're
it's going to be
say
bad.
Something dumb. Yeah. That's played by the girl who played Colleen Wing on Iron Fist, and I didn't realize that until looked it up later. But I knew she looked familiar. One thing I didn't believe at this party was that they were watching the news program that Catherine Hahn was on. Like,
yeah.
No, nobody's watching this.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be on at this party with fire twirlers.
Well, the thing is, I don't think they were actually watching it.
Yeah, but it wouldn't even be
in the background.
on.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be.
Yeah, there's no way.
But this is one of those influencer parties that people were having during the pandemic and getting everybody else
getting COVID.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, but they're in my pod. So it's okay because we're all exposed to each other and we're not going anywhere. It's like, okay, sure.
And they immediately go somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, she gets her box also. Then the next one we have is Duke, who is played by
Dave Bautista.
Yep. And he's like he's a Twitch streamer.
Yeah. Real Andrew Tate kind of guy.
Yeah.
Coming, not quite that bad. Not quite
as bad.
But he's headed that way.
Oh yeah, he's heading that way. But he has a girlfriend, Whiskey, who is also there.
Yeah.
And she's kind of just using him to get her leg in the door.
Get her brand out there, yeah.
Exactly. And he lives with his mother.
Mom, yeah.
Because she starts yelling at him, hey, you got a package.
Because he's talking about how men dominate everything or whatever and should. And then his mom yells at him.
Yeah.
And he tells her to shut up. And she's like, what did you just tell me, bro? She starts slapping him.
So, yeah. So they all call each other. They're all talking to each other because they all have their packages. And they try to figure out how to get into it.
Yeah.
So the mom actually figured it out first.
Yeah.
She's like, it's a stereogram. It's a magic eye. So she's the one who opens his, because he's like, I don't know, my mom accidentally opened it. So they figured that out. So once they get that, there are 4 puzzles inside. So there's like, the first one is like chess. They have to fix that. They have to do that one. The next one is like Morse code, but it looks like tic-tac-toe. Then the one after that is one of those little, I don't know what they're called, but you have to like move the tiles around to make a picture.
Oh yeah. Those little slide puzzles.
Those things, I cannot do them. I absolutely cannot do them, which I would have been out.
I can do them. I just don't like them.
I would have been out after the stereogram. I would have been like, stereogram, got it. And then would have gone to chess and I would have gone, well, I guess I'm not gonna get into this. And then after that, the fourth one is a song, and somebody at the party
Yo-Yo Ma.
It's Yo-Yo Ma, that's right. Yo-Yo Ma is there at the party. It's like, what are they doing there? And he's like, oh yeah, it's this whatever fugue thing.
Yeah.
So then they figure out how to get to the next. There's more puzzles after that. So it's like, oh, a Fibonacci sequence. The last one is like
the mom's
something
just
to
yelling
do.
them all out. Exactly. It's a Fibonacci sequence.
Exactly. And then the last one is like the atomic number for silver.
Yeah.
We finally get all through that. And there it is. It's revealed. It's a glass onion. And inside of it is an invitation for all of them to go to a weekend on Miles's private island to solve the mystery of his murder.
Yeah.
And
exciting.
Yeah, very exciting.
Yep.
So exciting. So exciting. Yeah. So they all have their little invitations. And then we get to Janelle Monáe.
Yes.
She has her box. And she just takes a hammer to it and just opens it.
Beats the crap out of it. Yep.
Yep. So that's how she gets inside of hers. And then we finally get to see Benoit Blanc.
Yep. Daniel Craig sitting in the bath.
Yep. Playing Among Us.
Yep.
With Natasha Lyonne. Angela Lansbury. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And Stephen Sondheim.
Of course.
That is very strange.
You know that's a group that always was running around together.
Of course. Sure.
Angela Lansbury and Sondheim's last movies.
Oh.
So, it was sad.
I don't know how many movies Sondheim would have been in.
I don't know. Maybe a couple.
Angela Lansbury
was
in
the last one he was involved
in,
at least.
Yeah. So while he's doing his little game, he's not good with like mystery games.
Well, he's not good with like simple, stupid things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's not good at like Clue. He's not very good at Among Us.
Yeah.
But he's like, I've got to have something to do because I don't have a mystery to solve.
Yeah, I don't have a mystery. I don't need puzzles and all that stuff. I need a nice case.
So then he hears Philip calling him, who is his husband.
Yep.
We don't see Philip yet.
Nope.
We see Philip later.
Yeah.
So
he's like, there's somebody here for you with a box.
And so he has his own box.
Yeah.
Then we get to the meetup. Everybody's meeting to get on the boat to go out to the private island. They all show up. Birdie shows up with her stupid little mesh mask.
Veil. Yeah. Was not protecting anything.
No.
And what's her name? Peg? Catherine Hahn?
No, that's Claire.
Oh, yeah. Peg's the go. Claire.
Peg's the assistant.
Claire with her mask that is below the nose. Like, what is the point of your mask, bro?
Yeah, of course.
Like, she's the one that's just doing it for looks and all that.
Yeah, it's
and
ridiculous.
Dave Bautista and Whiskey just don't have anything.
Oh,
obviously.
My goodness. And he's like, he comes up.
They're shooting their gun.
Shooting his gun. It's like, come on, bro, stop.
Yeah.
So then the assistant, Miles's assistant or whatever, shows up. It's Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke, yeah.
What are you doing here, Ethan Hawke?
Apparently he was shooting Moon Knight at the same time and was just in Budapest and just trekked on over, like, filmed this scene and then left. That was it. Because I thought he would be in it more.
He was in it for like maybe a minute.
That's it, man. There's so many just celebrity like mentions or quick appearances,
little cameos. Yeah, because all of the people in the Among Us group, Yo-Yo Ma.
Yep.
Here he comes, Ethan Hawke.
That's so weird.
Serena Williams shows up at one point. I feel like there was another one, but anyway.
There's a lot, yeah.
So he's given them all like their own version of the vaccine, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like, this is early days because this was in May of 2020.
Yeah. So did it really work? We don't know.
Don't know. But they're like, he's like, you don't need your masks anymore.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, nice. So they all start boarding the little ferry or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And then here comes Janelle Monáe. She's the last one to show up.
Yeah.
And they're like, ooh, weren't expecting her to be here.
And they also didn't know who the heck Daniel Craig was.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're like,
why is he here?
Because they have this thing, like, yearly, basically, where every year they do some kind of big party together. And Daniel Craig is not usually invited. Benoit Blanc is not usually invited to these.
Yeah.
And I guess Andy, or Cassandra, however you say her name, Janelle Monáe's character, she's, I guess, maybe invited to him, but she never goes to him because she's kind of like on the outs with the group. For good reason.
Yep.
For very good reason, which you find out later.
Yeah.
So she shows up. We find out a little bit about her. She was Miles's old partner in Alpha. They started it together, and then she was ousted from the company.
Yep. And they just like settled a lawsuit about it and everything.
Yep. So we go, the boat takes them out. There's like this dock that is made of glass.
It's a Banksy.
And it's only like low tide or
made
whatever.
For low tide, yeah.
Like,
so dumb.
The guy who's like piloting the boat keeps calling he says something about the island, and it's like, pizza shite or something like that. And he's like, is that the name of the island? And it's like, he keeps saying it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Yeah, I can figure out what that means.
Guess what that means.
So, yeah, they get to the island. Miles is there. Edward Norton, of course.
Yep,
He's
Blackbird.
Playing Blackbird on the original guitar that it was written on.
Yeah, apparently it's Birdie's song.
Because her name is Birdie.
Birdie J.
And everybody starts coming out. He's like, welcoming everybody. And then he's like, when he sees Andy, he's like, he just looks like, wow, I was not expecting you at all.
Yeah.
But he's like, but welcome, glad to see you and everything.
He gives them all bracelets.
Yes, he gives them all bracelets.
That are keys to their rooms,
basically. That are, he has programmed them to be like the chakra that he associates with them or whatever, which is some dumb thing
which
that he does.
They're supposed to be like keys to their rooms, but their rooms are always open.
Yeah.
Because people go through them all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know if that really worked or not.
It's like, this is the key to your room, and you're the only one who will be able to get into your room with your key. And it's like, that is
apparently
obviously not true. Especially later, we see people going through the rooms. Okay, whatever. And he's like, it's going to be a normal weekend here, but there are no servants. I got rid of all the servants. So it's just going to be us. And here comes this guy walking by. And they're like,
some dude.
Who's that? And he's like, oh, that's Daryl. Just don't worry about him.
He is not part of the experience.
And he just walks off.
He just needs a place
he's
to
like,
crash.
all right, bye.
And he doesn't. He has nothing to do with any of it.
He just shows up occasionally.
This is around.
Occasionally somebody will see him and it's like, oh, there's Daryl. But that's all.
It's so weird. It's funny.
Yep. Oh, man. So, I did forget to say that the island, or his mansion on the island, has this big, like, glass dome thing, and he calls it the glass onion. Sorry, I just rolled my eyes. Obviously, I don't like this guy from the get-go. But you're not supposed to, he's...
Yeah, he's real hippy-dippy kind of guy.
Yeah. By the way, we never did say we're going to spoil everything about this.
If you want to watch this movie, go watch it.
So now you know the main characters, but if you don't want to hear anything other than that, you might want to get out of here.
I'll just tell you, it's worth a watch.
It was really fun.
It's a fun movie.
I laughed so much.
Yeah, it's fun, and it's a fun little mystery thing, and it's great.
Yeah.
So go watch it, and then you can come back and have it spoiled again for you.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, they all go inside. Miles takes Benoit with him and is like, I need to talk to you about something. He's like, all right, cool. So he takes him up to the top of the onion and he's like, so why are you here?
Yeah.
He's like, obviously I was invited. And
yeah,
he's like,
I got a box.
No, I didn't send you a box. He's like, I had the person make so many boxes and you were not supposed to get one.
Yep.
So what happened
gives him the card and stuff, and
he's like,
well, maybe somebody reset it and gave it to me. He's like, oh,
that must be what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So there we go. Also, when he was talking about the guy who made the boxes, I thought that he said his name was something J, but it may have been J something. Because I was like, wait a minute, is it related to Birdie? So I was automatically like,
Birdie.
Because I read a lot of Agatha Christie novels and stuff, so I'm always like, can I figure this out?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was trying as well.
Yeah, so don't know why he was invited, but he's there.
Yeah, we don't know.
Exactly. So
they think maybe one of the guests maybe reset it and send it to him.
So we have, they all kind of like sit around, talk, they do their own thing. They call themselves the Disruptors. And he goes into this long explanation of why they call themselves that. And I kind of zoned out for most of it because I was like...
It's because they disrupt the norm and all this stuff.
They start with something small and work their way up to disrupting bigger things or whatever. I don't know, whatever. We do find out during this that Birdie did blackface at one point.
Yeah, it was a tribute to Beyonce. Oh, it was taken wrong. No, Birdie.
Oh my gosh.
Stupid.
Why would you do that?
Dumb.
But she, at the beginning of the pandemic, came out with a kind of sweatpants called Sweetie Pants.
Yeah.
That she got like really big. Because it was like perfect timing because everybody was at home. We learned a little bit more about Alpha. Yeah, and the Disruptors, they're all about finding the line and crossing it.
Yeah.
Even if your partner tells you not to or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like partner as in romantic partner or partner as in business partner.
Yeah.
Both, obviously.
Yeah.
So after their little meeting, I don't know why they were meeting there. They kind of go their separate ways.
Out.
Yeah, I guess they were just hanging out.
Yeah.
Peg goes after Miles and is like, you can't make Birdie do this thing because she's going to make a statement about Bangladesh. And we don't go into it yet.
Yeah.
But she's like, you can't let her do this because it's going to destroy her career and that's going to destroy my career because she's like the only person I've ever worked for.
She's the only thing on my resume.
Exactly.
So nobody's going to want to touch me.
Exactly. So she's like, that's going to be, bad for everybody.
Yeah.
And he's like, who are you again? It's like, oh, jeez, dude.
Yeah.
You're the
worst.
Like,
oh, she was going to do it though? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So
he's like, but she kind of has to do it, so.
Yeah.
You're going to have to make her.
He's obviously a jerk.
So then Duke sees Whiskey and Miles together.
They are obviously like really close. Very flirty.
Yeah.
A lot of inappropriate touching.
Because they were like out by the pool. They were kind of flirting and everything. When they were talking about all the disruptor stuff, they were flirting and everything. So there's something going on there.
Yeah.
There are some other things that we haven't touched on.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't touch on
his car.
And he's got a spider, calls his Baby Blue.
Baby Blue. It goes everywhere with him.
But it's on the roof because there's nowhere to drive it on the island.
Yes, exactly.
Daniel Craig goes in a full body swimsuit into the pool. Love it. So great.
I wish I could do that. There's a mini version of his car that he keeps kombucha in.
Yep.
Out by the pool so that people can have their stuff.
Birdie and Peg were talking about the Bangladesh thing, and Birdie said she was going to handle him. And she missed when Miles was kind of less than her.
Oh, yeah.
Where she was kind of in charge.
Exactly.
Batista fires his gun.
Batista, he fires his gun in the air. Of course he does. He talks about how one time he almost got pancaked by Baby Blue. Yeah. On the way from Andy's house.
Yeah, Anderson Cooper's party.
To Andy's house, Anderson Cooper's party, exactly.
The governor and, what's his name?
Lionel
were off talking on their own.
Something, on their own. So they've got some kind of...
Yeah.
What's going on with them, kind of thing.
Andy snuck up on Birdie, sat down next to her, without her noticing. Everybody's a little suspicious.
Yep, just a little.
Yeah. Then Daniel Craig tries to go have a smoke out in the garden.
Oh, yeah.
And it has sensors that it's a non-smoking garden.
Yep, non-smoking garden.
So he tries to get rid of the cigar in the fountain. It's keep our waters clean.
Exactly, because he just throws it in there. It's like, oh, no.
So he's just setting off alarms all over the place.
Also, they take away their cell phones.
Yep.
So they can't have cell phones out there. Or I think there's... Do they take them? Maybe they don't.
I don't know if they...
Because they don't take Batistas.
Yeah, I don't know if they take them, but they just don't have them around.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, and Miles only doesn't even have a phone. All he has is a fax machine.
Yes.
And all his locations.
Yes, he has one number.
This old fax machine just printing out stuff all the time.
Yep. He has one number and it goes to all of his fax machines.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how he gets all of his information.
Has to be the worst way to do information.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So
there's also an hourly dong that goes off.
Yes.
Every hour. There's a dong. And that was Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yep, I read that. Mm-hmm.
Like, so random.
Yep, that was the other one I was trying to think of. I was like, I know there was some other like cameo kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was Joseph Gordon-Levitt. That was it.
So weird.
Yep. So anyway, you can see, we were talking about Duke sees Whiskey and Miles together in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And he looks very pissed off.
Yep.
And Benoit sees all this happening.
Mm-hmm.
Then they all show up that night, and there's this room.
They're going to have dinner at 8 o'clock.
I just remembered the other thing I was going to say. In the big glass onion thing, there's a replica of a bar, because the glass onion is where they all met for the first time, where they all met together, and they used to go to the glass onion all the time, but it closed down. But that's where they came up with the big idea for Alpha.
Right.
And it was written down on a napkin, and he's got the napkin framed with a picture of all of them together.
Yep.
So there we go. I knew there was something else. I knew. So yeah, that's like he's made kind of like a shrine or whatever to their friendship and stuff.
Yeah.
So they go into this room. They're all getting ready to have dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's this huge room with glass everywhere.
Yeah.
And I said immediately, this is a nightmare for me, because I know that I would be the one to accidentally trip and hit something. Yeah. And then everything would just be falling over. It's all just on
like skinny pillars or little things, pedestals. Mm-hmm. They would just get knocked over so easy.
Yeah. But then there's other stuff in there too. There's like all of these like paintings on the walls and stuff.
Mostly of Miles.
Yeah. And then, of course, the centerpiece of it is the Mona Lisa. Yeah. And they're like, why do you have this like replica of the Mona Lisa frame? This is like weird, front and center. And he's got like glass all around it and everything. Yeah. And he's like, that's not a replica. That's the actual Mona Lisa.
Yeah, the Louvre was having financial troubles.
Well, it was because it was during the pandemic, so they were closed. So they were like, he's like, I've got it on short-term loan from the Louvre.
Just to help him out.
Exactly.
Yep.
So.
But they have all this security around it, but I've bypassed their security a little bit, put in this little button that it lets me lower the...
Open and close.
Yeah. So it's like always open unless there's a sound. Any kind of sound will like set it off. Because
he's like, any kind of loud sound will set it off. Even the sound of a text message coming through somebody's phone or whatever, it's going to set it off. Which, of course,
goes off so
Duke has his stupid phone with him and is just constantly up and down, up and down, up and down. Because he's got a Google alert for movie. Bro, what is wrong with you? Oh my gosh, so annoying.
It's insane.
So you find out that they go in there. He's like making drinks for all of them. Yeah, and he
knows their specific drink.
Yes, so they each have their own specific glasses with their names on them. Mm-hmm. So it's like perfect for whatever their favorite drink is. Yeah. So if your favorite drink is a margarita, you're going to get a margarita glass with your name on it. Mm-hmm. So they have all of that, and so immediately I go, so it's going to be poison. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to have a poison glass somewhere. Just know it.
Yeah. And I thought that was going to be like a misdirect, but we'll see.
So he talks about how he's found a new fuel source. Yeah. Called Clear. Yeah. Klear.
Just solid hydrogen.
Yes. Yeah. And he's going to fuel his like rockets and stuff with it. Yeah. He wants it to be the fuel for like homes everywhere.
That was one of the things that, what's his name?
Lionel's been working on.
Lewis for some reason. Yeah, that those people were getting mad at him about. Like, you're sending a bomb up there pretty much with this. Yeah. Those explosives.
But Lionel's like, maybe we shouldn't do that because he's going to have like
we need to test it.
Because, like, after the weekend, or at the end of the weekend, he's supposed to invite a bunch of people there, and he's going to, like, tell them about this big thing. A bunch
of senators and stuff.
But he's like, it hasn't been properly tested. You shouldn't do this. And he's like, too bad.
It's like, actually, it has been tested. In this building here, everything runs unclear.
Exactly.
The lights and everything.
So Lionel and Claire are both like, oh, this is not good. Not happy about this. So then they all sit down to dinner, and that's where he discusses the murder mystery.
Yeah.
Because he's like, all right, this weekend we're going to do a murder mystery. I'm going to be the victim, and you guys have to solve it. And I've hired someone to come up with this great mystery for you so that you can... It should be easy enough that you can solve it eventually by the end of the weekend.
You can ask me questions.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I'm going to be dead, but it's fine. You can still ask me questions. I don't want to
just be dead all weekend.
Yeah, he's like, but I can't tell you too much and everything.
Yeah.
And so I just keep sliding further and further down into the couch because I'm like...
You're just going to start sleeping in a second.
Exactly. I'm like, you know what? It's 11 o'clock. It is time. It is 11 o'clock exactly.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it is time for bed. No. So he explains everything, you know. He's like, so I'm hoping by the end of the you will have solved it and there will be a winner or whatever. And Benoit's like, what do we get?
Yeah, what do we win?
And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, is there not like a prize, you know, like an iPad or something? He's like, okay, fine, the winner can have an iPad.
Like, I didn't need a prize. I was just curious.
He goes, I mean, I don't need an iPad, but it's so great.
Yeah, it's so funny.
And so he's like, all right, well, as soon as I'm murdered, the game begins. And Benoit's like, okay, well, but obviously it's going to be Birdie that's the killer. Yeah. And it's because of this, and he's just going to shoot you with this.
There's a dummy crossbow over there that's going to shoot you. And you have the
diamond.
The diamond, her diamond that she is like a family heirloom and stuff. You stole it from her. And there's clues like there's a bee in the garden and all this stuff. And like, it was pretty obvious, all this stuff. And he's like,
So yeah,
he ruined this whole game.
Ruins it for everybody. But I mean, the other people are like, "Oh wow, that was like really clever," and he's just like, "I am so pissed off."
And he still gets shot, and all the blood flies.
Yeah, the fake blood and everything. Yeah. Oh, so he's like, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" So he takes him back up to the top of the onion or whatever, and he's like, "Come on, man. Here's your iPad.
Just throw
Here you go. Here's your stupid prize for ruining everything. Yeah, congratulations. You figured it out." He's like, that was supposed to be like the fun activity for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, but you realize what you've done, right?
Yeah.
He's like, you have brought all of these people here, and he's already been talking to all of them and like antagonizing them.
Yeah, and putting in their head the thought of killing them.
Yeah, he's like, you have given all of these people a motive to kill you.
Yeah, you might as well just turn the lights out, put a gun in the middle of the room, turn the lights out.
Yeah, exactly.
And then just
see what happens.
Yeah. Like this, what are you doing?
Exactly. So...
But he doesn't think anybody wants to kill him.
Exactly.
He's Miles.
Exactly.
Everybody loves Miles.
So,
Andy.
Yeah, exactly. So downstairs, everybody is still in the glass room. They're making their drinks. They're just hanging out, talking and everything. This was also where I was like, okay, well, Birdie is right next to Miles's drink. Because I'm like, somebody's going to poison his drink. This is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
His drink is going to get poisoned. So she was right next to it. And I was like, she has poisoned his drink and he's going to come and make something. Because... his glass is right there.
Yeah.
Because it like zeroes in on his glass. I'm like, okay. I see what you're doing.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I see this. But that's not exactly what happens.
Andy kind of accosts all of them, how they betrayed her and everything. And
she's like, tell the truth.
Why. Yeah. So Batista tells her why.
Yeah.
She lost. She lost the game.
Yeah.
She was too weak. She couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So she's out. Sorry. Deuces.
So she's like, all right, fine.
She gets upset and
she leaves.
Yeah.
There's like so much stuff that happens right here. I'm like, I can't remember everything because I wasn't writing notes for this part because I was just too enthralled with what was happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, she leaves. They come back after they've had their little talk, Miles and
Miles.
Yeah. They come back, and Miles makes a drink for himself, goes and sits down next to Duke. They're talking.
Well, actually, Duke's like gets an alert on his phone.
That's right. He gets an alert on his phone. He's like, oh wow, you need to come see this to Miles. And Miles comes over, and he's like, this is going to get me on Alpha. This is going to get me on Alpha News.
These numbers change everything, right?
Exactly.
Now I can get on Alpha News.
Yeah, because that's what he's been wanting for
just to get his exposure, help get him new followers.
Exactly. So he's like, "Oh yeah, this is great. Yeah, sure, I can get you on with that, you know."
Yeah.
So then he goes and he fixes his drink, sits down next to Duke. They're talking. Everybody comes. Oh, Whiskey comes in. I completely forgot that she was there.
Yeah.
She comes in. They're all just kind of, hanging out, chilling.
Yeah, they're chatting.
And chatting about stuff. At one point, Birdie just starts, like, twirling in her dress.
Yeah, she's got a real psychedelic dress on.
I almost called her Goldie.
Goldie Hawn.
Yes. And I was like, that's... Nope. And then, suddenly, we hear something. Somebody is choking. Oh no, Duke is choking.
No, Batista, no.
So he falls over, and he's dead.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, obviously he was poisoned.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I was like, oh, he didn't choke. I mean, maybe it's poison, but I was like, pineapple. Because earlier he says, somebody offers him a drink and is like, no, Duke, don't take pineapple.
Yeah.
I don't do pineapple. So I was like, well, somebody did some allergy stuff to him.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I knew it was something to do with the drink that had killed him.
But so I had a suspect. It didn't pan out. I'll talk about that later.
Okay. So yeah, anyway, he's dead.
Yeah.
Whiskey is very upset.
Whiskey runs over to him. She's crying all over him. Yeah.
Lionel and Benoit are also there checking to see if he's okay. No, he's not. He's dead.
No, he's
out.
Yeah.
Whiskey, leaves.
Yeah.
And then...
They notice that the gun's gone.
Yes. I think they noticed that a little bit later.
Oh, is it?
But... There's a lot of stuff that happens. They're all freaking out. I was very suspicious of Birdie, of course, at this point.
Yeah.
And then she started being like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "That is."
It was bad acting.
It was very bad acting. I was like, "Is this actually Kate Hudson being bad at acting?"
Or was she doing that on purpose to make us
throw you off?
Maybe it's her. Yeah.
I don't know, to make you.
Because I was like, "Oh, this doesn't seem real at all." It's so bad.
And I'm like. Well, obviously she did it. She poisoned the glass.
It was awkward.
Because I was like, but...
There's because
she was
later
my main
she
suspect.
says stuff too. Yeah.
She was my main suspect at first.
Yeah.
But then something that happened right after this made me switch to somebody else.
Okay.
But yeah, so Duke's gun is gone.
Yeah. And so I thought, because they were all kind of drunk and stuff, and he was kind of stumbling around, and he, when Andy leaves, she kind of shoves past him. But then he's going down the stairs, and he runs into Claire, the governor. I was like, oh, she grabbed the gun.
Yeah.
Right.
See, I noticed that too.
And I thought because I thought he ran into Birdie too. I can't remember if that happened or not. I was like, oh, well, one of them poisoned him, the other one took the gun. And I thought maybe it was the two of them that did it. So those were who I was thinking it was.
And see, I was like, well, it could have been Whiskey.
Yeah.
Because she was crying over his body. And she could have taken it then. Yeah. Or it could have been Lionel because he was over there with the body. But Benoit was also there. So it was like, I don't think he would have...
It would have been quite the move.
And then I was like, but also there was somebody sitting beside Duke.
Yeah, that's true
so, because Miles was sitting by him. So I was like, well, it could have been Miles.
Yeah.
So it was like, but then, the whole thing with Claire.
Yeah.
So I was like, but she did bump into him and it was really awkward.
It was. Yeah.
Like, it could be any of those people. So but then we see that the cup, the glass that he was drinking out of, it wasn't Duke's cup. Yeah. It was Miles's cup.
It was Miles's cup.
So he's like, oh, we accidentally switched cups and the person was trying to kill me instead. Yeah. So, But
I still didn't believe it was going to be the drink. I didn't think it was going to be the poison in the drink. I'm like, that's too obvious. I can't, no way. There's no way it was that. That's why I thought somebody poked him with a pineapple or something. Stab him with a pineapple real quick. Those things are thorny.
Oh my gosh. Like maybe Claire stabbed him with a pineapple when
right hand pineapple, left hand gun, grabbed it. Amazing. She's awesome.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it is Catherine Hahn. So.
Yeah, she's good. It was Agatha all along.
Exactly. That would have been funny. So yeah, it had to have been someone who was near to him at some point to get that. Yeah. And then Miles starts freaking out because
someone's trying to kill him.
Well, also, it's 10 o'clock. What happens at 10 o'clock? All the lights go out.
Yeah, he was... he had him set it up where the lights would go out at 10.
Exactly.
Yeah, to create a little drama.
Yep. So, dong, yeah. All the lights go out. So this is where I'm like, maybe Whiskey, maybe this person, possibly Lionel, I don't know. Yeah. And then since all the lights are out,
everybody's just running.
Everybody's running around because Benoit's like, stay in this room. Yeah. I'll be right back. And he walks off. Yeah. And then everybody else just leaves and Peg is in there by herself.
Yeah. Whiskey came in before they went off with the harpoon gun.
Yes. She comes in and she's like...
She talks about Andy.
She says, Andy's...
been going through a room or something.
Yeah, exactly. Was going through the room. Yeah. The room. Her room? I don't know exactly. Don't know. She doesn't really specify too much. Yeah. She's kind of freaking out because Duke's dead and all this terrible things is happening. The lights have gone out. She's freaking out. Yeah. But she doesn't hit anybody. Right. I don't know where she goes after this. I think everybody just kind of takes off. Benoit ends up in the kitchen where he sees there's a knife that's missing.
Of course.
A huge knife. Gonna tell you right now, never comes into play.
Yeah, it never did.
Maybe that knife was already gone and he's just like, uh-oh, this isn't good. But maybe somebody moved it earlier. I don't know. Yeah. So he goes out and he sees Andy and is talking to her. Mm-hmm. And you see somebody has the gun and is pointing it at her.
This window.
Mm-hmm. And
I thought they were going to shoot both of them because he kind of
he gets in the way.
Kind of turns in the way. And I was like, they're going to get a double kill.
No, that's not what happens because they turn back. Yeah. And that's when they shoot Andy. Yeah. So she goes down.
Oh, darn.
Oh, darn. Yeah, because I was like, oh no. Yeah. I liked her.
Yeah, I liked her. I don't know.
She's the only one of the...
I want to find out why she's so mad.
Exactly. It's like, she's like the most interesting character. Yeah. So yeah, she's shot. She goes down and everybody comes out and sees her there bleeding out on the steps, dead.
Everybody's like spread out, it's like a lineup of people. It's everybody like standing on buildings and stuff. It's kind of odd.
So Benoit's like, she's dead. And then he takes them all inside. Yeah. And he's like, we have to figure out who killed Cassandra. And that's when we go back in time, basically. But this is also when I made my prediction. Uh-huh. Would you like to know who I thought it was?
Yes.
I said, I'm pretty sure it's Miles. Uh-huh. Because I think that he poisoned the drink and he moved the glasses. He was next to Duke, so he could have grabbed the gun.
And I did see him hand the glass to Duke.
Oh, okay.
So when that happened, that's why I was like, I know I saw him hand it to him, but I still didn't think that the poison was in the glass. Yeah. So I didn't believe he was the killer.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm pretty sure I know who the killer is. But was I right?
We'll see.
We'll see. So then we go back, of course, in time. We see Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant's answering the door.
Hugh Grant is... What was the name of the...
Oh, I don't know. Daniel Craig's husband.
Philip.
Philip.
Yep. Yeah. He's Philip. So Hugh Grant is his husband.
Yep.
Very cute.
So weird. So very random.
Yep. And he opens the door. It's someone there with a box. Uh-huh. Who is this? This looks like Andy.
Yeah.
But she says her name is
Andy.
Helen Brand. Uh-huh. She is not Andy. She is Helen. Yep. She is a third grade teacher from Alabama. Yeah. Andy's twin sister.
How'd you feel her Alabama accent was?
I don't think it was very Alabama. It did have some southern-ishness to it, but...
Yeah. Was it better than Daniel Craig's southern accent?
Well, it's different. There are so many different southern accents.
There are, but none of them are those. I'm I'm sorry.
It's true.
We're both different Southern people from different parts, and none of those. I mean, yeah.
Let's just say she didn't sound anything like where I'm from.
No. Yeah, she didn't sound like anything where I'm from there.
No. I don't know where Benoit Blanc is supposed to be from.
I don't know.
But he does.
He kind of has like maybe Georgian a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Savannah.
The Savannah.
Yeah, with molasses.
Mint julep.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite accents to try to do, though, because it's so funny.
I do declare, I have the vapors.
Because there's a game, I can't remember what the name of it is, but you do different accents and you have these cards with different sayings on them, and you have to, everybody has the same accent, and they have to try to say whatever their line is in that accent.
Yeah.
And I've played it once.
Yeah.
That was the only accent that I was really good at. Oh, my Russian was atrocious. I tried so hard, and it just came out sounding French. So I don't know what happened there. But yeah.
I did a podcast where we did that game.
Oh, really?
And tried to read comic books in different accents.
Oh my gosh.
It was funny.
So, yeah. I like that accent, but that is...
I don't know that he's pulling it off.
I don't either. And it's so funny, though, because I've never really liked Daniel Craig that much.
Yeah.
But then when I saw Knives Out, I was like, oh my gosh, I love him.
This is like the only thing I like him in. Yeah,
exactly.
I don't even really care for him as Bond, but this, love him. It's great.
Yep. I love this character. I want to see so many Knives Out movies. Yeah. Knives Out mysteries.
Yep.
I like him so much better than like Kenneth Branagh as Poirot.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, give me a Benoit Blanc any day.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, these are definitely more fun. The Poirot movies are being a little more serious, of course.
Yeah. So. Yeah. They are making another one of those.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it is. I don't feel like it's wasn't originally a Poirot one. It was somebody, a different character maybe. And they're just putting him in it instead. But anyway, let's stop talking about accents. Because she brought him the box.
Yes.
The box that she broke into, that somebody broke into.
Because Cassandra committed suicide 2 days prior.
Yep.
And we don't know why.
Nope.
Say she OD'd on sleeping pills.
Yep.
Helen does not believe this.
No, Helen thinks that she was murdered.
Yeah. Because she found that she had sent an email?
Yes, she had sent an email to Lionel, Claire, Duke, and Birdie. Mm-hmm. And it was just a simple email. It said, I found it.
Yeah.
Get in touch with me.
What are y'all going to do now? Whatever. Or something like that.
And it has a picture of her.
Are y'all going to help now or something?
Yeah. So it's a picture of her holding a red envelope.
Yep.
And right after that is when she died. Right. So it's like, why would she kill herself
right after that?
Right after that. And where's the envelope?
Yeah.
Because the red envelope
wasn't found at the house.
Is missing.
Yeah.
Because
neither were the sleeping pills. Got him.
Because they're like, do you know what they didn't find? And I'm like, the sleeping pills. And they're like, the red envelope. I'm like,
okay.
I was
Did they
wrong.
look for the sleeping pill?
Okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, surely she would have had the sleeping pills with her, on her. Like, but they didn't say anything. They
probably just found them.
Did I feel dumb?
That was fun.
Yes.
That's great.
Sometimes you just have to, throw out a crazy thing, just to...
You get caught up in the moment.
You do.
Yeah.
This is why it's a good thing that we watch this here instead of in a theater. Because I would have been like, the sleeping pills!
We're like, shut up!
The red envelope. Oh. Okay. You find out that they all lied in court.
Yeah. And is this when we find out the group's not really, like, they started out, they weren't these people, they were just like, Catherine Hahn had lost a local election, and Birdie was kind of getting her own fashion stuff. And
yeah, I think so. You find out all this stuff.
I keep wanting to call him Louis. What is his name? Lionel. Was just a like a teacher.
Yes.
And Batista was
I don't know what he was.
He wasn't a gamer, or he kind of was a gamer, but I can't remember what it said.
I don't know, but they were all friends.
Yeah.
And then Andy introduced them to Miles.
Yeah.
She introduced Miles to the group, and they were all like, "Oh, this guy's kind of."
And he was weird.
I don't know if I like this guy.
Tom Cruise and Magnolia haircut.
Ugh, that's so gross. But they were like, I don't know if I really like this guy, you know. But she's like, no, he's really cool. Just listen to what he has to say, you know.
Was he rich at that time?
I don't know.
Thinking back on it, I can't remember.
I can't either.
He was very, like, faith healer-y kind of deal. Like, inspirational talk man.
Inspirational talk man. The newest superhero.
It's like, I want to be famous. We can all be famous.
He just wanted to have his name in the same sentence as the Mona Lisa. That was like his big dream.
To be infamous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he wants to do big things. So he gets them all set up doing all this stuff. He helps them out, starting small so that they can work their way up. Mm-hmm. And also while they're there one night,
small things disrupt big things.
Yes. And so then also while they're there one night, Andy writes down the plan or whatever, the big plan for Alpha on a napkin.
Yeah. And Miles shoots a pull shot. And he misses badly, like an easy shot. And at that point, I was like, man, he sucks at pull. That was bad. What the heck?
Sucks at a lot of stuff.
Little did I know.
So, yeah, they found the whole thing with clean, and she didn't want to use it. She was like, no, this is dangerous. It's been tested, and the test did not go well. Yeah. This is very dangerous. We can't have this in people's homes. Mm-hmm. And he's like, well...
Too bad
we're doing it. And
you're out. And he's wearing a Steve Jobs outfit. The black turtleneck.
Oh my gosh.
Pants. Yeah.
So she's like, all right, well, I'll see you in court because... Alpha was my idea. So,
and that's when everybody turns on her.
Yep, because she doesn't have she can't find the napkin. She doesn't have the napkin that would prove that she was the one who came up with the idea. Yep. So all the others testify against her, basically saying, no, we saw Miles do it. It was all Miles's idea. Yeah. And then suddenly he has
a napkin.
That is in his handwriting.
Mm-hmm. How convenient.
Yep, very convenient. So she loses her case.
Yep.
And, they all lied.
Yep.
So she's very unhappy with them. But then she gets real pissed off. Yeah. She throws her bookshelf to the floor, basically.
Just topples it over.
And I was like, that's such a mess that you're going to have to clean up. But
you're going to regret that later.
Yeah. But when she does it, she notices something. It is the napkin.
Mm-hmm. It was in the copy of the book she was reading.
Yep.
What was it? Innovator's Dilemma or something like that?
Something like that.
And I think that's what the whole little thing disrupting big things is based on.
Okay. So anyway, she's got the napkin. She puts it in the red envelope. Mm-hmm. She sends the picture to all of them. And then she ends up dead.
Yep.
So, where is the red envelope?
That's what they gotta find. That's
what we gotta know.
So they hatch a scheme.
Yep.
She's gonna pretend to be Andy. Mm-hmm. He's gonna pretend not to know her. Well, he's gonna act like he got invited to the thing, even though he didn't receive a box. He just got Andy's box.
Yeah. So,
and he's like, you're gonna be in danger. Like, I'm also not, I'm not Batman.
Yeah.
I can't, like, vigilante justice this dude. Still gotta go through courts and police and all that. Mm-hmm. But I'll investigate it.
Exactly. I'll investigate. We'll get some evidence. Mm-hmm. And then we can go the appropriate way.
And I also can't protect you. I'm not a bodyguard, so you'll be in danger. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh no, she died.
Yeah, because I was like, wait.
I felt so bad when I found that it was Helen.
Because I was like, she can't be dead. I'm like, they couldn't have shot her. I'm like, she's got to be faking her death, right?
It would have been so sad. I was like, oh man, that's so awful.
Yeah, because I was like...
she was such a nice lady. And she just wants justice for her sister.
Yeah, because there were like a lot of mirrors too. And so I wrote down, I'm like, so is Helen faking her death? Is that what the shot in the mirror was about?
What mirror?
There were, like, you could see, like, while they were standing there was a mirror, and I thought maybe there was going to be some weird thing, and she was just going to be pretending to have been shot. That she pretended, like, when the gunshot went off, she just fell.
Oh.
But
yeah, I don't know the mirror.
It was, like, where he was shooting from.
Oh, I think, wasn't that just a window?
It was a window, but it was mirrored, because you could see their reflection in it.
Yeah.
Or, I guess it may not have been a mirror, maybe it's just been a window, but it looked like a mirror.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, I feel bad. Mm-hmm. So she does. She gets all dresses like her sister.
Gets their hair cut the same way.
She listens to all her TED Talks to get how she sounded. Because they had a character when they were kids about Miss Rich Pants or something like that or something.
Yeah.
And so that was the persona she had kind of taken on whenever she got big.
It was Miss Rich Bitch.
Miss Rich Bitch.
Yeah.
So yeah. So she's got it all down, pretty much. Mm-hmm. And that's...
So she also has her sister's notebook and everything.
Little journal,
yeah. Her little journal, and she's using it to make a
clue board,
basically, of who has motive, who had opportunity.
Yeah.
And so they're going through, that's what she's doing. Like, they get there.
She's eavesdropping on everybody.
She's trying to figure out who's got motive, who's got opportunity, and she realizes that they all have motive and they all have opportunity. So it could be Claire, it could be Lionel, it could be Birdie, it could be Duke.
Yeah, because Claire signed off on a bunch of stuff as governor to allow for that hydrogen production. Lionel's pushed through some stuff because he's the head researcher.
He's the one who was like, he was the one who was like, yeah, we'll do it we'll send it up in the rocket or whatever.
Right, yeah.
And then
Birdie's got the whole Bangladesh deal. Dave Bautista.
I mean, really,
he's not getting put on the news.
Yeah, he just wants to be on Alpha News.
He's not getting that exposure.
Yeah, and so he's using whiskey to kind of get that, to try to talk.
And he kind of got downplayed because he like endorsed some rhino horn pills, and so he kind of got less promotion after that.
Yeah.
So he feels a little wronged. There was no rhino in those pills.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And whiskey also. He's mad because he knew that Miles was cheating on, or was not cheating on him with whiskey. The other way around.
Was cheating on him with Miles.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, she does her whole investigation. So it could be any of them. Mm-hmm. Who is it? She's got to find more clues. She needs to find that red envelope. Yep. So whoever did it, because she actually talks to all of them. They're like, we went to see you after you sent that email. Yeah, she's like,
why didn't you respond to the email? Like, we called you and came by.
Exactly. And we came by and you weren't there. Nobody answered.
Dave Bautista got there first. Yep. Then Lionel. Then Claire.
Lionel and Claire got there like right around the same time, and nobody answered, and then Birdie came later, and still nobody was there.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, when was that? And they said when it was, and she's like, oh, that's when she was already dead, so that's why she wasn't answering. Mm-hmm. And also, Dave Bautista's like, yeah, and I rushed there so quick, I almost got hit, I almost got pancaked.
Yep.
And all this stuff, and it's like, okay, but he was the first one there, so that's suspicious.
Yep.
So that's not looking good for him.
But he's dead now.
but he's dead, so it couldn't have been him. Or I guess it could have been like more than one person, because they do like to do stuff like that sometimes.
That's true.
Which always throws me off, because I'm like, but it couldn't have been this person because they couldn't have killed this one. It's like, oh, but there were two killers. It's like, that's unfair.
Or it could be everyone involved.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Oh, boy. Yeah, so she's still got to try to find that red envelope.
Mm-hmm.
So while everybody is arguing after dinner or whatever.
Once she had that blow up with Dave Bautista, that's when her out to go check everybody's room.
She's like, I'm mad. I'm mad as hell.
I'm not going to take it anymore.
Exactly. So she walks out, and that's when she goes to all their rooms, because she's like, they're going to be occupied doing all this other stuff. This is my chance. So she goes around, she starts going through all the rooms.
Ransacking the place.
Mm-hmm. Finds Daryl in his room. Yeah. And he's like, do you want to like come in and hang out? And she's like, no. Daryl.
Freaking Daryl.
Yeah.
He just randomly shows up occasionally.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, not part of it.
Exactly.
Don't mind me.
While she's going around through all the rooms and everything, though. Oh, and she does, she sees Whiskey on her way out, too.
Yeah. Because she's like... Whiskey grabs the harpoon gun.
Well, this is before. When she's leaving, after her little confrontation with Duke and everything, she's like, you need to leave him. He's a jerk.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so she's going through all this stuff, trying to find it. She starts getting these notifications on her phone, and she looks at it, and oh, no.
Uh-oh.
There's like all this stuff in the news about her sister.
Yeah, because they had delayed it.
Mm-hmm.
Benoit delayed it.
Yeah, but obviously not long enough.
Yep.
So starts getting all these notifications. She's like, oh crap. Ugh. Everybody's gonna know.
So we gotta hurry.
Yep. And then Whiskey comes in because it's her room that she's in when all this happens. And Duke is already dead at this point.
Right.
She doesn't know that he's dead.
Yeah.
So...
Well, Whiskey does.
Whiskey does.
But
Andy does not. Or Helen does not. So she's like telling Whiskey, you know, oh, he deserved it because she thinks that Whiskey broke up with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she's crying and everything.
Right.
But no, she's crying because he's dead.
He sucked. He was a jerk.
He deserved it. He deserved everything he got and all this stuff. And she's like, oh my God, she must have killed Duke, you know?
She grabs the harpoon gun and is going to shoot her with it.
She's going to shoot her with it. And then that's when the lights go out.
Yeah.
So she runs off.
Yeah.
I think Whiskey shoots at her and misses. Hits like a statue or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, she runs off. And that's, of course, when everybody's going crazy. Because the lights are out.
Yeah.
Everybody's freaking out.
And that's when she meets up with Benoit.
Yep. And she gets shot.
Yep.
She did get shot. She falls over and we're like, no.
Yeah.
Oh no. But then she gets up.
Yep.
And
because we saw the gun drop behind the window, so whoever did it ran off immediately.
Yep.
And then she gets up immediately, pretty much.
And the bullet lodged in the notebook that was in her pocket.
Yeah, which was a thin notebook, but that window also was apparently pretty strong glass.
Yeah, because I had to go through that.
Since it didn't shatter, it just spiderwebbed.
So yeah, it was in her pocket and it lodged in there. So she was fine.
Yep.
And so they're like, oh, but the killer thinks that you're dead.
Yeah.
So you have to pretend to be dead.
Yeah, because the killer's the only one that knows she's faking it because they killed
her sister, so they know that it's not...
Like, you're not Cassandra, obviously.
Exactly.
So now they think she's dead too.
Yeah.
So
we got to make them keep thinking that.
Yeah. It'll at least give us some time to figure everything out.
Yeah. So of course they're like, we have to make it look like you're dead.
Yeah.
So we need something that looks like blood.
And earlier during dinner or before when they were having drinks, maybe?
Yeah, they were having like drinks and like appetizers or something.
Yeah. He had gotten what did he have?
It was Jeremy Renner's hot sauce.
Yeah, it was Jeremy Renner's hot sauce. He had it on something.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, this is real hot. And
Jeremy Renner's small batch hot sauce.
Yes. So
such a just random name drop.
Poor Jeremy Renner. He's going through so much right now. Oh man,
yeah, that's so sad.
He's going through so much right now.
He like had if you haven't heard, he had like a snowplow accident.
Like ran
he was like
over him.
Yeah, he was like
he was trying to dig out his car.
His car and his neighbor's car too, and he was just trying to help out. And
the snowplow like lost control and ran over him.
Yeah,
and his legs like they might have to amputate his leg.
Really, I haven't heard that. Jeez.
So he's in a bad way.
Yeah,
right now.
He was
poor guy.
Yeah, but poor Jeremy, man.
Hopefully, hopefully he'll be fine. And, gosh, because that's awful.
Best. Yeah.
But anyway, his hot sauce was featured.
Yeah, it was. So they used it as fake blood.
Yes, and so
he tears.
Yeah, he puts it on her to make it look like she's been shot, so it's all bloody looking, and then he also takes a little bit and puts in the corners of his eyes to make himself tear up because it's very hot.
It's like,
gosh. And then that's when everybody shows up and she's pretending to be dead and everything.
Yeah.
And he's saying, we all need to go back inside and talk or whatever. But as this is happening, a little bit of it has gone onto her face. A little
drop is by her mouth.
And so it starts moving. It starts slowly moving down till it's like inside of her nose.
Yeah. So she inhales it.
Yeah. So she has to like blow it. Like as soon as they're away, she like gets up and gets it out and everything.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh. And he also had told her, they're all going to think you're dead. I'm going to take him inside.
Yeah.
And he told him, he was like, no, we're just going to leave her body here. There's nothing we can do anyway. So that was his way of being like, okay, we got to get her, we got to give her some time.
Yeah, and they've been trying to call in cops and stuff and the boat and everything, but they won't come out because of the whole
stupid pier dock thing.
Low tide.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they can't come out until the morning.
Yeah. So anyway, this is her chance to go try to find the red envelope because he's like, there's only one other place it could be. It's got to be in the glass onion. Mm-hmm. So that's where she heads off to.
Yeah. He yells at Peg to go tell the police to come anyway, even if they have to just beach their boats and stuff. So
so she gets upstairs and she sees the napkin that is framed and everything. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was gonna be the napkin.
Oh yeah,
that he had put that one in its place, like the rightful one or whatever. But I was wrong.
Yeah.
But the envelope was there behind it. Yeah, behind the frame. So she takes it out and there it is.
Yeah, I thought because it looked like it's like a Fibonacci spiral. Mm-hmm. And in the middle, it's red. I thought it was a button that she was going to hit and maybe it'd open up. Yeah. But no, it was just behind it.
It did look kind of like a button.
Because it looked like it was on the other side.
Yeah. So
she's got it.
She's got it. And maybe she's got it. So they get down there. He's like, we're back where he's saying we've got to find out who killed Cassandra, whatever her last name is, forgot.
And they're like, tell us who did it.
Who did it? Who did it? And so finally he does his big reveal of who the killer was. Who was it?
It was Miles.
It was Miles, and I guessed it. Figured it out.
I think I fell into the trap that he did, because the whole reveal is like, it's why he's so bad at Clue and Among Us, because it was such an obvious and stupid thing that he's like trying to make it more complicated and stuff.
Exactly.
And he was like, but you were so stupid. This idiot over here. Mm-hmm. He plans out this stuff. You had him turn off the lights with the gun in the room. You ripped off my idea.
Yeah, exactly.
You couldn't come up with any of it. He couldn't come up with the puzzles because he's stupid.
Because he starts talking about, he's like, the first thing he says is, imbreathiate.
Yeah, all the words he uses are so
words
dumb.
That were, it's like, it sounds like it could be a word, but it's not actually a word.
Yeah.
Or it could be a word, but he's using it in the wrong context.
Yeah.
So all of these different things, and it's like,
words.
And he couldn't come up with his own puzzles. He had to have somebody else to do the puzzle box, somebody else do the murder mystery, all this stuff. And
everybody does everything for him.
And of course, the whole thing with Alpha, it was all Andy's idea because he was never the genius. He was always an idiot.
Yeah.
So of course he's the killer.
Yep.
And yes, it was pineapple juice.
Yeah.
He put pineapple juice in the whiskey.
Yeah.
That was how he killed Duke.
And it actually showed everything and even played it like, because I saw him give him the glass. I didn't see this, but you could see him get the gun out. Like, you couldn't see him get the gun, but you could see him like next to Batista moving like he was getting the gun. You could hear him. He had the gun over the drinks, and you could hear him put it into the little drink thing. It
was like the ice bucket.
Yeah, ice bucket where he was hiding it or whatever
until the lights went out.
It. Yeah, and so it was all the glass onion. It was all there in the middle. It was
completely obvious.
But we were adding too many layers to it. Like, oh, Claire bumped into him, and maybe. And then I was adding the whole, they must have stabbed him with the pineapple.
But,
no, it was just this guy.
So the rest of the stuff that I had was in my notes, after they gave like the whole, okay, and then they lied in court for him and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. I put, that would definitely mean Miles is the killer. And would explain why he was surprised to see her there.
Yeah.
He thought she was dead. And he's like, what? Because he looked really stunned that she was there.
Yeah.
Because the other people, they were kind of like, oh, well, we weren't expecting you kind of thing. But he looked the most surprised out of
I don't know. I think they were surprised and that she came because they all screwed her over and they're like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, but I mean, it just the way that he reacted compared to the way they reacted, it seemed a little more like, wait, what is happening here?
Yeah.
And then also my other big clue was that they didn't even have him on the list of suspects.
Yeah.
And if you're not on the list of suspects, that means you're probably the killer.
Well, I mean, Peg and... Is that it? Peg wasn't on there either.
And Peg and Whiskey weren't on there.
That's right, yeah.
And then also could have been... what's the other guy's name? I forgot his name.
Oh, Daryl.
Daryl. Yeah. Could have been Daryl.
I was like, if it's Daryl, I swear I'm going to be so mad. If
that
it's Daryl.
Hilarious.
He's so stupid.
Oh my gosh. So yeah,
I also at the beginning was kind of suspicious of Peg because whenever he's greeting everybody, he's like hugging everybody, but not Peg. Like he doesn't even really acknowledge her probably because he doesn't know who she is.
Because she's the help.
Yeah, basically. But she's still
just an assistant.
Yeah, I guess so.
But that would have been should have kind of made her as a suspect. But I never thought of her as a suspect. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think she was. I didn't really suspect her or Whiskey because I thought they were kind of like they were the easy like undercover reveal thing. Like you don't expect them because they're not related. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah. And he does get very mad that he stole the whole lights out
thing from
hidden gun idea. He's like, that was mine. I said, because he didn't even think about it until like as he's going through all this stuff, and then he's like, wait a minute, I sat there and told you, and you did this. Oh my gosh, you stole that from me. Cannot believe you.
I just love how mad he is and how stupid this guy is.
Like, you're such an idiot.
I thought this was the work of like a mastermind, genius mastermind, but you're just so dumb.
Yep. So then he's like, but we have proof, the napkin. Yeah. Because here comes Helen, and Helen has the napkin. She got the envelope. There's the napkin. And he's like, that doesn't prove anything. You could have, done that yourself or whatever. Yeah. It could be from any time. He's like, no, because the Glass Onion closed down 9 years ago. And this napkin has the Glass Onion logo on it.
Yeah.
Meaning it is a genuine Glass Onion napkin. And he's like, oh, well, too bad I'm going to do this.
I was so mad at her.
Sets it up in flames.
So stupid. She's so dumb. Why? Because even like Lionel was like, dude, why do you still have this? Why didn't you just burn it? And that gives him the idea, I should just burn it.
Yeah.
And she's holding it out there in front of him so he can burn it.
Yeah.
So dumb. I was like, okay, well, y'all all deserve to die.
So yeah, he burned the napkin.
Yeah.
And that was the only evidence they had.
Yep.
So
it's his word against hers.
Yep. So Benoit's like, well, I can't do anything now.
Yeah. And she's like, well, y'all can just come on, y'all know he did it.
Yeah, exactly.
He killed
Duke.
He killed Cassandra. Like, come on. But they're like, oh, I didn't see anything. Sorry.
Yep.
I don't know.
It's like they're all just gonna turn against her.
Yeah, because he still has power over them, basically.
Exactly.
They need his money and influence.
Yep. So she goes up to Benoit and she's like, you have to help me. He's like, I can't do anything. I'm sorry. He's like, he hands her the glass of like...
All I can do is give you some courage and remind you of why your sister left in the first place.
Yeah. And so he gives her the glass that it was Andy's favorite drink. And she didn't drink it because she doesn't drink.
Yeah, except when she got there and she had kombucha. Yeah. Like hard kombucha.
Yeah, Jared Leto's
hard kombucha.
And she got drunk.
Yeah, she was drinking way too much. She didn't think it was alcoholic.
Yeah, but she kept drinking it. And every time she would drink it, she would like come up with like these, she would like be amazing at like...
She's great at like
spying
snooping
on people and everything.
Because when she's drunk, he's like, here, take this. So, what a dumb plot.
Well, that's like, it's like she's like the main she's like the main character, so she has to have some kind of little quirk, just like in Knives Out. Do you remember what the main character in it, her little quirk was? I can't remember what it was. She like puked all the time.
Oh yeah, she threw up. That's right. Yeah.
She couldn't, if she lied, she threw up. I think is what it was.
Exactly.
So this one is, she gets drunk and she just comes up with great ideas.
A great spy.
Yeah. So he gives her that and she just downs it.
Yep.
And she goes ballistic.
Yeah.
She takes all of these glass things that are on all these little pedestals that I was going, this is a nightmare. And she just throws them all down.
Just breaks them all.
That
would be pretty satisfying.
It would have. And he's just sitting there. Miles is just standing there just watching it happen. He's like, I don't care, whatever, you know. And then everybody else starts joining in.
Bertie's cheering her on. I did like when Helen reappears, Bertie's like, is this real life?
She goes, they're like, oh my gosh.
Is real?
Well, they were like, oh my goodness, that's right. She had a twin sister. And then Bertie goes, you told me all about Helen. And then she goes, wait.
You're
like,
Helen?
You're Helen. It's like, oh my God, Bertie.
She's so dumb.
Yeah, she's a bit ditzy. But
yeah, she's breaking stuff.
Right.
Everybody's breaking stuff.
They're all
having
like,
a good time.
Yep, might as well. Let's do it. Let's live it up. And then she's like, and now I'm going to set things on fire.
Yeah, she grabs a pillar and just beats down the alcohol and the ice bucket and all that stuff. Breaks all those bottles and stuff.
And then she lights the alcohol on fire. And then she starts throwing pillows in there. She's throwing everything in there.
Getting
all
that
kinds
fire
of
up
stuff.
going. And we learn from Claire and Lionel's little side talk.
Yes.
That she had been spying on, that the whole clear energy releases. They can't contain it in home pipes because it releases hydrogen gas basically. Yeah. And it just goes through the pipes because it's so small.
Yeah. So it's basically like a bomb just waiting.
Yeah. Just making a Hindenburg.
Yeah.
So
Claire's like, it's going to be like Hindenburg everywhere, in people's homes.
Everybody's homes. Yeah.
And so.
And all of the energy, everything at that house runs on clear energy.
Exactly. And then you see that when he gave her the glass of whiskey, whiskey soda, soda, he also gave her the piece of clear that he had earlier.
Yeah, because Miles was, when they were talking about it, he let Benoit have that little chunk of clear to look at.
Exactly. And so that was...
It's just solid hydrogen.
Yep. So the whiskey was her courage. And the clear was the reason that... Andy left. Yep. Exactly. So there we go. He gave her both.
Yep. And Benoit's gone, by the way. He left.
Yeah, he's
like, deuces.
He's out
I can't be a witness to whatever you do.
He's out smoking in the garden with Daryl. And so of course, all that fire in the clear fueled whatever place, it just explodes. So the big glass onion explodes.
Because she throws that chunk in there, it explodes, and then that sends up a big fireball into the vents and everything, which
explodes
mixes
everything
with the pipes, which is leaking hydrogen gas, so it all explodes. Which you would think if it was all leaking, it would have exploded sooner, but whatever, that's fine.
So there is
big fire,
and that's when you see that Benoit's out in the garden because it's going, this is a smokeless garden. Everything's on fire. And then there's really only one thing that she hasn't destroyed, the Mona Lisa. And they both see it at the same time. She goes running for that little button thing that is going to open up the glass because it's closed right now. And he goes running too, but he can't catch her. And she hits it.
He kind of did, but he didn't really do a good job of taking her down.
He couldn't tackle her. And so she hits it, and it opens up, and the Mona Lisa goes up in flames.
Just burns it up.
And I was like... As someone with a degree in art history, this hurt me. I was like, no! You can't do that. You can't do that. So they destroyed the Mona Lisa.
Yep.
Not really. It's fine. It's still in the Louvre. It's
surprisingly, the Louvre did not sign off on them actually destroying the Mona Lisa.
It's fine.
What a weird... I can't believe the Louvre is so selfish. I thought they were about art. This is art.
Oh, man. So, luckily, it's not real. It's just a movie. It's fine.
Guys, it's fine. We swear.
Instead, we just have people, throwing tomato soup at Van Gogh's sunflowers and stuff,
I think somebody threw something at the Mona Lisa, too.
I don't know.
I think so.
But I mean, most of the art and stuff, they have so much like stuff on them already that it's not gonna hurt it.
Right.
And a lot of the people who are doing like the stuff where it's like throwing stuff on it, they make sure that it's something that's not gonna be actually destroyed. That's the only reason that I'm like, kill them. No, I'm kidding.
That's the only
reason. No, I'm kidding. It does kind of make me mad that they're doing that, but whatever. So they all go outside.
Yep.
And she's like, well, you finally got your wish. You're gonna be the man who destroyed the Mona Lisa. So
yeah, your clear energy's gone up in flames, literally.
Everybody's gonna know it.
Mm-hmm. The Louvre's gonna be pissed.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I've ruined your whole career, basically.
Yep, basically. So she's like
taking you down. She's the true disruptor.
Yep, there you go.
The small thing taking down the big thing.
Yep. So
and everybody's
seems pretty satisfied.
Yeah, Brady's like, you know what? I did see the napkin. Mm-hmm. And Claire's like, I did see him take that gun from...
Yeah, exactly.
What's his name?
From Duke.
Yeah. Yep. Lionel says something.
Probably. I did see him give him the drink or something like that. Yeah. So, they're all on Helen's side now. Yeah. Now he's not a big deal anymore. They can go against him.
They're completely untrustworthy people.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're terrible.
You do not want to be around these people. They're awful. They're awful.
I would hope they are not friends after this.
Yeah. That's basically how it ends. She goes down and sits down next to Benoit.
Yep.
And
like, you ready to go home?
Yep.
Let's go.
And they watch as the cops come in on their boats.
Cop boats come in, to arrest them.
Yep.
Yep. It was fun.
It was very fun.
Very, very fun movie. I liked it.
There were so many little things in it, like just little jokes.
Yeah. I laughed a lot in this movie.
Yeah, I did too.
It was great.
It was very fun. I liked it a lot.
It was really good. I might have liked it better than Knives Out, even.
Yeah.
I kind of enjoyed it.
I kind of want to watch it again, honestly.
Glass Onion or Knives Out?
Glass Onion.
Yeah.
Which I kind of want to watch Knives Out.
Kind of want to watch Knives Out too. Yeah, it's been a while.
But I definitely want to watch Glass Onion again because I want to watch see him doing all the stuff as it's happening, so I can be like, oh yeah, I did share this thing, kind of.
Yeah. It's pretty good, like pretty clever. Mm-hmm. How they did it and everything, and the whole Glass Onion thing. It's good.
Very clever, Rian Johnson.
He's good, man. Which Star Wars did he do? The one everybody hates.
Yeah. Well, some people hate it, some people don't.
I don't think I hate it.
Yeah, I liked parts of it. There were some parts of it that I did not like.
Rise of Skywalker?
No. Rise of Skywalker is the last one. He did the middle one of the
not the Force Awakens. Last Jedi. Okay.
Yes. So there were some things in that I really liked.
Yeah.
There were things in it that I did not like. I hated some stuff in it.
What part did you hate?
I hated the
Spoilers for Last Jedi.
Spoilers for The Last Jedi. I absolutely hated Princess Leia, Mary Poppins, and herself.
Oh, I hated that. That was awful.
But I really did like the part where she uses
the ship
hyperspeed to go through. I did like that. There was a whole fight scene with Kylo Ren and Rey fighting together, which was good.
Yeah, that was good. Like it was Snoke, but they just killed Snoke out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That was kind of a disappointment.
Yeah.
Like, who's Snoke? What's it going to be? Oh, he's dead. Never mind.
And then there was the whole thing with Luke where people hated it that he just threw the lightsaber away at the very beginning of it. And they were like, that's not my Luke Skywalker. And all this stuff. It's like, okay, whatever. The whole Canto Bight thing where they were in, like, Finn.
Oh, in the gambling area? Yeah, that was pretty bad. And that kid that just has the Force. Where'd
that come from?
Nothing happens from it.
But I mean, there was some stuff that I did like.
Yeah.
I still like The Force Awakens the best out of all of them. And
it was such a weird series.
But then Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah. I liked Rise of Skywalker.
I hated the whole Palpatine thing.
Oh yeah, well that was dumb.
I hated all of that. So that was like the whole thing was just Palpatine stuff. And I was like, every single thing that Rian Johnson did, J.J. Abrams was like, no, we gotta go back. And it's like, can you stop retconning your stuff like one movie after? This is dumb.
Yeah.
So
that set
it annoyed
needed
me.
like the only reason I couldn't defend Lucas is that he, like, at least he kind of had a through line for it and kind of didn't just completely retcon a lot of his stuff. He retconned some stuff. But I don't know.
It was bad. There were so many things that I didn't like. And then, there was something else that, what was it? Something else that I didn't like in Return. What's the Skywalker? What is the name of it?
Rise of Skywalker.
God, I don't know. There was something else I didn't like, but I can't remember what it was.
The like falling into a hole and finding exactly what they needed, and then the dagger having.
Oh my god! Yes. And then suddenly everybody has healing powers.
Oh yeah, like, you can heal with the Force.
And then the whole.
No one tried it before.
And then the whole thing with like Finn, where he's like, "There's something important I have to tell you, Rey," and he never tells her, and it's like,
yeah, what was that?
He was going to tell her he's Force sensitive, I think, or that's what they said later, and I'm like,
that was dumb.
But it kind of sounded like he was going to say that he was in love with her, and it's like,
yeah,
no, you're in love with Poe. Sorry, I'm sorry.
In my fanfic,
I'm sorry, but you're in love with Poe Dameron, so.
All right. Anyway,
not in love with Oscar Isaac.
We have to get back to this.
I know. Sorry.
All right. So it was good. Good job, Ryan Johnson. Just stick to these. This is our main point with all Star Wars stuff.
Looper was good. He did Looper. I liked it.
Yeah, and Brick was good.
I never saw Brick, but I've heard good things about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was some other stuff he's done that I don't know.
Yeah. So I hope you've watched the movie before you listen to all this. Because if I tell you to go watch it now, it's kind of pointless. But
unless you want to watch it to see like all the stuff happen as it happens and go, oh,
yeah. If you're one of those people that goes and reads the last page of the book to see how it ends,
see
and
who
then
the killer is,
then this podcast is for you. All right, we should get to our snack and wrap this up.
Yeah, I'm not going to have a lot to talk about with this probably.
The snack?
Yeah.
So, we had Krispy Kreme's Biscoff lovers.
Cookie butter donut things.
Yes.
They're like limited edition. They probably won't be around for very long. Like, I think by the end of January, they're going to be gone.
Yeah, 29th is the last day you can get them.
Okay.
I couldn't remember if I had
cookie butter
or not. Mm-hmm. But I've heard good things.
Probably from me.
I might have, I might have had it and forgot about it, but, that's kind of what I do.
Yeah. I have had cookie butter.
Cookie butter.
I have had cookie butter before.
Real good in my tummy.
Oh my God. It is after midnight. You can't.
We're gonna let it all hang out.
I'm about to get real Southern probably because when I get tired, my Southern accent just like comes out like crazy.
It comes out my tummy.
Stop it! I swear, I'm gonna kick you out right now. We're not even gonna finish the episode. I'm just gonna kick you out.
So the flavor, you get one that it's basically just a ring donut with cookie butter on top.
Yes.
Another one that has cookie butter and like a cream cheese frosting and some cookie on it. A little cookie sprinkle.
And then the other one has cookie butter on top. It has chocolate also on top. It has cookies on top. And it has a cookie butter cream inside. Butter,
yeah. And then we got the original glaze with it. So, what'd you think?
Too much cookie butter.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought this was the best Krispy Kreme donuts we've had. Okay. I thought this was the best balanced one. Okay. Where it wasn't overpowering. Because all the other ones are just like too much.
That's what they do.
Or not enough.
Krispy Kreme usually does. Their too much gene takes over and they just let it run loose and they go, well, we'll take care about that. Take care of that later, Yeah. Let's not worry about it. Just let it run in the field. It's fine. Yeah. And
I thought this went really well with it.
I still feel like it was too much.
I don't know. I don't know what it was, but it felt like, man, I was loving it. Honestly, okay. I was really digging it.
Well, okay.
It's not like better than the original, but still, this is definitely my favorite flavor we've tried. And I even had the like pie ones around like Thanksgiving they had and stuff, and those were fine. But man, I loved these. Okay. Thought they were great. Wow. Yeah.
Usually I'm the one who likes the donuts better than you do.
Yeah. Makes me want to try cookie butter more.
Oh, cookie butter is amazing. That's why I wanted these, because I like cookie butter.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't eat cookie butter just by itself. Which, I mean, you're supposed to, like, spread it. You're probably supposed to spread it on something. But it's like, what do you spread it on? I don't know.
Toast.
Bread? It's kind of weird.
Not really.
I know, but I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Cookies on bread. So instead, I just dip Oreos in it. So I have cookies on cookies.
Okay.
It's very good. I would highly recommend.
Yo, dog. I heard you like cookies.
I heard you like cookies, so I put some cookies in your cookies. Yeah. It's very good. Yeah. So I would recommend that for sure.
What about on a bagel?
Ooh, with cookies on a bagel, you can have cookies anytime.
Cookies anytime. Yes.
That actually doesn't sound that bad.
It's not bad.
Like, because people put peanut butter on bagels.
That's right. They put peanut butter on bread, too.
They do. They do. I do also.
Nutella also?
Yeah.
So why is cookie butter so weird?
I don't know. Nutella on bread is kind of weird to me, too.
Is
on
it?
Toast. I don't know. There's something about the texture of it together with toast that I don't really like. So I don't know. I usually, if I have cookie butter, I either have Oreos with it or I just eat it straight out of the jar.
Straight out the jar.
I just grab a spoon and I just go right in my mouth.
Yeah. I do that with peanut butter sometimes too. So makes sense.
I do it with Nutella also.
I do it with pure sugar. Is that a problem? Should I not do that?
Spoonful of sugar makes the hiccups go away.
There you go. That's the song.
I have used it.
Spoonful of sugar.
If I get hiccups, if I have a spoonful of sugar, it does go away.
Does it really?
Know why. Maybe it's a placebo effect.
Sure.
Maybe I'm just like,
whatever works.
Sugar. So, do we want to rate them all separate, or do we want to rate them like it's a whole?
Well, which one was your favorite?
Okay.
And then we'll just rate them as a whole.
My favorite one was just the regular Biscoff iced donut.
Yeah.
Because it didn't have too much other stuff.
Yeah, I think me too. Then the one with the cream cheese was good too.
Yeah, it was fine.
I liked them all. Even the filled one though, I didn't think was too much, which was surprising.
I actually liked the filling of that one. I wish they hadn't put so much of the other stuff on top of it.
Well, somebody stole all the cookies and put it on top of theirs.
I did not.
She had
did not have that many.
She had a full coating of cookies on top of hers. I had barely some crumbs.
That is a
That was
lie.
all that was left. And I am saying that she stole them and put them on her donut.
Krista stole the cookies from the donut.
Yeah.
Jar.
I know this happened, so.
I did not touch any of the other ones. You lying liar. Stop.
All right. So, what would you rate them?
Are we rating them all together?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna give
as
them...
an experience.
As an experience. I'm just gonna give them a 6.
Wow. That low. Wow. Because I
mean, I would go up to 6.5, but that's as high as I would go.
As I said, I love them. And if I rate a Krispy Kreme donut, original glaze, I rated it a 10.
Well, that's going to be a 10, duh.
That's a 10 for me.
It's a 10 for me, dog.
That's a 10 for me, dog. And these were so good. I'm giving them a 9.
Wow.
I think they're really, they're almost there. I almost want to give them 9.5.
Oh my gosh.
I loved them.
I wish I remembered what I gave the others.
I could not believe how much I liked them.
I can't believe how much you liked them.
Yeah, I'm skeptical of Krispy Kreme whenever this happens. So, yeah. I loved it.
Maybe the donuts were fresher too today. I don't know.
Maybe.
On the other ones, I feel like they've been kind of stale.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch ones, those were bad.
Yeah, those were not good.
Yeah.
But then we had the Twix ones too. Those weren't that good either.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I gave them, but...
I gave them higher than you, I think. I liked them more, but...
Probably.
And then churros.
Oh, yeah. Where we only got 2 of the 3 flavors. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say 6.5. Stop. Big time rush. Just quit. So yeah, I'll say 6.5. Just
okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. That's as high as I'll go.
I am honestly very surprised that you are that low.
I'm surprised you're that high.
I can't believe it. Well, what do you think of the Biscoff Krispy Kreme? How does it rank for you against other things? Against other Krispy Kreme versions.
There you go.
Let us know on Twitter at HavingFunCast or on Facebook at HavingFunPod.
Or you can send us an email at havingfunpod@gmail.com.
And we also have an Instagram
We do.
I can't remember what it is. Having Fun Podcast, I think is what it is.
Maybe. And we also have a YouTube channel.
We do.
Which is probably just We're Having Fun Podcast.
Yeah, sounds right. So you can find us in a lot of places. Mm-hmm. So go out, have fun, solve a mystery, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.